a blind woman ministering to other blind people, a center of influence in Germany using the arts, and a man in the Middle East who hated Christians coming up next. Hello and welcome to Mission 360. I'm Gary Krause. Today's program is coming to you from the city of St. Petersburg in Russia. And behind me you can see the iconic church known as the Church of the Savior on Spilled Blood. And this church was actually the last church that was constructed in Russia before the Russian Revolution. After that, across the country, hundreds and hundreds of churches were destroyed. This church was only saved because of the coming of the Second World War, and during that war it became a morgue where dead bodies were kept. Well, on a more positive topic, we'll be looking at mission around the world as lives are being changed through the gospel of Jesus Christ. But first up, let's travel to Sao Paulo, Brazil, to meet a blind woman who overcame the obstacles she faced and is now ministering to other blind people in her community.
In Taubaté, a small city on the outskirts of Sao Paulo, Brazil, we meet a resilient woman. Regiane is blind, but not from birth. When a band of thieves attempted robbery, she was caught in the middle of a tense situation and shot in the head. From that day forward, Regiane's life changed completely. After the incident, she determined to adapt her lifestyle to her new reality. Now, Regiane is able to use a computer, type texts, and update a calendar. But adapting her everyday tasks to her blindness is only a small part of the skills she has learned. More important than acquiring these skills is the ministry she developed because of her blindness. Now, Regiane reaches out to others who are also visually impaired. Being blind doesn't prevent her from showing Jesus' love to those who don't see him. On this Sabbath at the Adventist church in Taubaté, Regiane preaches to her guests. This is one of her favorite activities. Her guests love to hear her stories, especially those about children. So today, Regiane also conducts a children's choir. She has tactfully chosen these activities to accomplish her mission. Through the Real Vision Project, Regiane participated in building a space for the blind. Here, people can join a Bible study group for the blind in a friendly and accommodating environment. The visually impaired people of this community feel connected and are thankful to participate in events suited to fit their needs.
We begin by giving praises through songs and prayer. We always invite guest speakers to talk about topics of interest with a spiritual focus. We also get together for refreshments after the meetings.
It's a privilege for me to know that, despite our limitation and weakness, God can use me in this ministry with this group. He can empower and work through us. This is a privilege He has given us.
We started with approximately 5 to 7 people. One of the joys of this work is that today we have 30 people coming to our meetings, with some 40 people having already come through our center.
Today, we cherish a spirit. I can speak for myself, a spirit of love, affection, and friendship toward each other. And our focus is always God-centered.
I thought I couldn't do anything at all, but then I saw I was wrong. Now, I see that my disability shouldn't prevent me from doing things. I grow more and more as I trust in God. He is a priority in my life.
I am only involved in this ministry because I have become visually impaired. Now, my ministry in this world is to influence blind people with the message of the gospel. It's my joy and privilege to be used by God to do this work.
At Real Vision, the visually impaired accept Jesus as their personal Savior. They become disciples who actively invest their time and talents for mission. They are waiting for the great day Isaiah described when he wrote, "The eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped." Please pray for total member involvement. It's only when we all take part in mission that the gospel message will reach the entire world.
My guest is Pastor Evgeny, who is the pastor of the Central St. Petersburg Church here in the Russian Federation, and he's also the Adventist Mission Coordinator for the Northwest Conference. Thanks so much for joining us, Pastor. This is a beautiful church here. How many church members do you have?
Около 400 членов церкви.
Okay, wonderful. And it's a beautifully maintained building, about 20 years old. What sort of ministries is this church engaged in the community?
У нас есть постоянные мероприятия, которые проходят на неделе. Это библейские курсы среди недели, это богослужения регулярные, молодежные собрания, встречи следопытов, клуба следопытов. Есть мероприятия, которые мы специально организуем. Это жатвенные программы, это концерты духовной музыки. Обычно таких несколько в году проходит. Это определенные духовные встречи семейного отдела, женского отдела, например, молодежного отдела, других отделов церкви.
Wonderful. Now, in this conference, you have some church planting taking place. Can you describe that?
Мы имели несколько таких церквей, которые были созданы, если я не ошибаюсь, в прошлом это было 3 или 4 церкви. Одна была создана непосредственно при моем участии. Я тогда был пастором другой церкви. Это было на севере России, в районе Мурманска. Церковь, которая была создана, это церковь в городе Мончегорск, существует на данный момент. Создана была в течение 3 или 4 лет, но до этого были много попыток общения с людьми. Там была небольшая группа. Вот так была создана одна из общин.
This, here in Russia, society has gone through many changes very quickly. What sort of challenges or even obstacles do you face when you try to be a witness in the community here in Russia?
Ну, сложности и трудности есть похожие со всем миром, по крайней мере, с растущими экономиками, где люди, получая какие-то материальные блага, остывают по отношению к Богу. И эти сложности мы встречаем, подобные сложности, как в Европе, и в Америке, и в других странах. Но есть еще наши сложности, которые мы имеем здесь, конкретно в нашей стране, связанные с нашей культурой, с нашим мышлением, менталитетом нашим. Конечно, в нашей стране она в определенном смысле слова является православной страной, культурой православной. Очень сложно, мы очень сильное противостояние имеем со стороны традиционной церкви. Это осложняет нашу работу, потому что они влияют на мышление людей вокруг. И с трудом удается дойти до людей, до их сердец и как-то донести им евангельскую весть. Это, наверное, основная сложность, помимо первой.
Now, you are a young pastor. What is your background? Why did you decide to become a pastor?
Я решил стать пастором, когда еще был совсем молодым. Как только принял крещение, я почувствовал, что я хочу быть пастором. И буквально через некоторое время после этого я совершал служение активное в церкви, руководителя субботней школы, старшего диакона. И как только открылась возможность обучаться в Золотской духовной академии, я сразу туда поехал. И по окончании обучения стал пастором. Вот уже почти 14 лет.
Now, can you give me an example of someone whose life has been changed through ministry here in the conference?
Таких изменений в жизни людей было много, конечно. Были случаи, когда люди оставляли свои вредные привычки, алкоголь, наркотики и так далее. Таких случаев в моей пасторской жизни было несколько. Но есть один яркий случай, где, наверное, скорее всего, дело не в том, что человек оставил какую-то зависимость, а в том, как он духовно изменился, будучи совершенно мирским человеком, не знающим Бога. Пришел, в общем-то, он не через меня и даже не членов церкви, а просто по молитвам людей. Когда сестры, собравшись, молились в церкви о том, что Бог дал людей, церкви показал этих людей. И такой человек откликнулся, сам пришел в церковь, стал посещать церковь, с ним пришла еще группа людей. Один из них – это наш как раз миссионер во Всеволожске, интервью которого вы тоже будете смотреть. И это был чудный приход их в церковь, и возрождение их, они крестились все вместе, крестились в канун Нового года, 31 декабря, в конце года. И один из них сейчас является моим другом, активным человеком в церкви, другой является миссионером сегодня в нашей конференции, Дмитрий. Вот такой опыт был, и целая семья пришла, это очень интересно. Но это не единственный, конечно.
Thanks for sharing that. Now, when you look to the future, what are your hopes for the church? Not just this church, but the church in the conference. What are your hopes for the future?
Ну, конкретно по этой церкви мне бы хотелось, конечно, активно развивать молодежное служение, активно развивать подростков, следопытов. Мы имеем в этом большую нужду. Нужда большая есть в сохранении тех членов церкви, которые уже являются членами церкви, потому что влияние мира очень активно оказывает воздействие на них. Поэтому на этом тоже хотелось бы поставить большой акцент. Как это будет добиваться, как мы это будем добиваться, есть разные шаги, есть разные возможности. Что касается конференции, в конференции всегда похожая нужда и похожие проблемы, как и в каждой общине. И в этой конференции тоже есть большая нужда в работе с молодежью, с подростками, с семейными парами, с людьми, которые приходят в церковь, чтобы они почувствовали себя хорошо и уютно в церкви. Мы нуждаемся вот сегодня в этом.
Well, thank you so much, Pastor, for sharing with us today, and God bless you in your ministry.
Thank you very much.
And viewers at home, please pray for the church here in Russia. Pray for the city of St. Petersburg, this wonderful city full of culture and history, but many people who are living their lives totally independent of any reference to God. Please pray for ministry here, that God will continue to grow his kingdom. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to St. Petersburg, Russia. Behind me in this brown building, you can see where the Bible Society, back at the beginning of the 19th century, translated the first Russian version of the Bible. Well, next up, Uncle Homer will tell us a story from the Middle East.
Qadri was a wild young Muslim. Actually, he hated God, he hated religion, especially he hated Christians though. Qadri, even though he was a Muslim, he was working in a bar at a hotel. And it really frustrated him that Christians would come into his bar wearing a big crucifix, but drinking and dancing and flirting with the girls anyway, as though they didn't have any religion at all. It bothered him. He hated them for it. But one day, a strange man came to his hotel. He was weird, really. He was a tourist. And he had just come on vacation, but he was the weirdest tourist that Qadri had ever seen. He didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he was always happy, he was weird. He never had a hangover in the morning, he never flirted with the girls, he was really weird. But at the end of that first year, something had been going round and round in Qadri's mind. Something had been tugging at his heart. What was it with this guy? Well, he thought he'd never see him again, but the guy showed up again the next year for his 2-week vacation, and this time Qadri started to watch him a little closer. By the third year, Qadri had become this man's friend and was asking questions and actually began studying the Bible. Today, Kadri is a Seventh-day Adventist because of the introduction of that tourist that came to his hotel. I asked him one day, Kadri, what was it that made the difference? What made you leave being a non-practicing Muslim to become a dedicated Seventh-day Adventist? Oh, he said it was the friendship of that tourist. I said, yes, okay, but what specifically? Well, he said, after many talks, and it wouldn't have happened without the friendship, but after a long time of talking, one day that man said to me, Kadri, you don't have to balance the scales. Jesus balanced them for you. He said, all my life I thought I had to do more good deeds than bad deeds to offset them so that then maybe I could earn a place in God's love. But now I know Jesus balanced the scales for me and I can live for Him. I said, wow, Kadri, that's wonderful. What did your family think, though? He said, even though I hadn't been a practicing Muslim, they were furious when I left that and became an Adventist. But now, my mother thinks differently. She says, Adventists didn't take my son away from me, they gave him back to me. He doesn't drink anymore, he doesn't smoke, he loves God and prays to Him regularly. Adventists didn't take my son away, they gave him back to me. Kadri is working for the church today. Your tithes and mission offerings and your donations to Global Mission have been supporting him and his work. If you want more stories of what God is doing around the world in powerful ways, then go to our website at adventistmission.org and you'll see many, many stories and videos that will thrill your heart and challenge you to be involved yourself.
Next up, we travel to Frankfurt, Germany to visit a unique center of influence that uses the arts to connect with the community.
Tonight's activity is cooking a Mexican dinner with beans, tortillas, guacamole, and homemade sauce. Then savor this delicious meal in a cozy, artsy space. As you enjoy the relaxed atmosphere, you may make a new friend or two. Are you interested? Well, come on back to the kitchen. Tonight, you are a chef alongside other volunteers. Let's get cooking. When a meal is ready, our host, Simret, welcomes the guests. He also explains where we are.
Presence Culture Lounge is a place where people can get together, experience different cultural activities, and engage in conversations and in good human encounters.
In the highly urbanized city of Frankfurt, Germany, this lounge offers a variety of activities from cooking and eating together to art exhibitions, film screenings, musical performances, and literature and poem readings that are followed by engaging group discussions.
And all these cultural activities are designed for people to come together, learn from each other, experience inspiration, and grow in their personal journeys.
Für mich ist so ein Stück Kultur.
For me, this is a taste of culture and music,
Was man nicht so
something that we don't find easily in this manner. Tonight, we even had a small circle discussion.
I received flyer to opening from Presence Culture Lounge, and it was a fest with a concert. To be a part of the Culture Lounge is very important for me because I met always very interesting peoples from different cultures. I'm very happy to be part of them.
Presence Culture Lounge was inspired by conversations Simret had with friends. They often discussed life issues and the things they experienced in their own personal journeys. At times, these conversations happened over a meal or were sparked by a movie or book they read. With the support of the Adventist Church, Simret made this a regular gathering open to everyone, regardless of their racial or religious background.
When people come to Presence Cultural Lounge, we communicate openly that this is a project of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and they also hear from me that I'm a pastor and I run this place, and it is a chance or a good opportunity for us as a church to serve others, and many of the people who come here have never heard that the Seventh-day Adventist Church even exists.
In a context where people aren't attracted to religion or institutions, this urban center of influence provides a space for new experiences. Each event is carefully crafted to encourage the open and sincere exchange of ideas. Visitors come regularly to expand their perspectives and grow in new ways. Many Adventist centers of influence operate across the globe. They offer people an opportunity to reflect on life and find answers. Although each center's approach differs in each region, Adventist members seek creative ways to engage the people Christ came to love. Please pray for Seventh-day Adventist Urban Centers of Influence. And thank you for your support of Global Mission.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on today's program. And I hope that you've enjoyed our 360-degree view of mission around the world. From rural areas to the great urban centers, we see that men and women, boys and girls are finding light and life through the good news of Jesus Christ. And I want to thank you so much for being part of our Adventist mission team. You may say, well, I'm not a part of your team. Well, we consider you to be part, because every time you pray for missionaries, every time you pray for church planters, every time you pray for the mission of this church, you are partnering in mission with us. And every time you give your mission offerings or give a donation to Global Mission, you're partnering with us. And every time that you are personally involved in mission, you're partnering with us. So thank you so much. And as a small thank you for your contribution to Adventist Mission, I'd like to send you a free book. It's called It's Time, and it's full of stories from the front lines of urban mission. This is not a book of theology. It's not a book of just doctrines. It's a book of practical stories of people involved in urban mission. And I'm somewhat biased about this book because my wife edited it. For Adventist Mission, I'm Gary Krause. And I hope that you can join me next time right here on Mission 360.
So small, smaller than my trials. They threaten and intimidate. My faith has seen some miles. 'Cause there has never been a day when you have not come through. My history makes it known that you will prove that you are never just enough. You are more. It won't be my strength, but yours forever the same. Always the ages declare you've never changed. Oh Father, you're faithful now, and you always will be. Your love is timeless. Has never let me stay worried and afraid. You use the circumstances that I'm in to make me free and brave. You spin me around to stand and face the mountains in my way. You smile with me as it moves when I sing out your name. You're never just enough. You are more. It won't be my strength, but yours forever the same. loss and fear in life. No other pleasure in this world could ever